Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make Ghana jollof rice. These are the ingredients you're going to need, so now we can get started. Alright, so we're going to start by blending the garlic and the onions for the meat. And then we're going to wash our meat, which is goat meat in this case. Then we'll put the blended garlic and onions over it and add a little salt to that. And then in another pot, we're going to heat that and add some oil so we can start the stew. Once the oil is hot, we're going to add some chopped onions to the pot and then we'll let that cook. We're going to add 2 bay leaves and then blend the pepper and garlic while the onions cook. We're just checking back on the meat, making sure it's cooking well. And then as you can see, the onions a little cooked, so now we're going to add the pepper mix in. Yeah, we're going to stir it and then leave it alone to cook before we add the seasoning. And then we'll let the seasoning cook. After a while, we're going to add the tomato paste. And then the tomato paste, I like to cook it for a bit before I add water to dilute it and get it to cook even more. Once it's ready, you're going to see all the oil basically come back up. It's going to look like it's fried, just like this. And that's when we add the freshly chopped tomatoes. A lot of this recipe is tomato. So, and then you're going to check back on the meat. I added more water because it wasn't cooking as fast as I wanted it to cook. And then this is back to the stew. As you can see, it's cooking wonderfully. The meat was done at this point. I checked on the stew. You want to make sure you're checking on both things. And now you can see that it's almost fried and the oil has come back up. So now I chopped some tomatoes and then blended in. Now we're going to make the final stew base. You have to cover the pot or the tomatoes will splatter everywhere. I added the goat stock into it for more flavor and then went ahead and fried the goat meat. And then the stew was done after about 45 minutes. I washed the rice. It's about 2 cups of rice. You want to get the starch off. And then I added it in there. I don't add any water before the first 20 minutes before cooking it because I want the stew to be absorbed by the rice, not water first. So I cover it with aluminum foil and I trap that steam. And then after 30 minutes, I went ahead and added water. You want to add a bit of water just to get it to mix and stick together, but not too much water. You don't want to add too much water the first time because once there's too much water, you can't go back. So you want to keep adding water as you go. After 45 minutes, the rice was ready for the meat to be added. This was halfway done. After 45 minutes, the rice was done, and this is the final product. And key to this recipe is trying to get the rice to all come out individually, which is kind of hard to do in the beginning, but it's okay. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you try it. Bye!